Beloved viewers, welcome again to another great and amazing episode of the Ramadan Show with Alhanislam. Today with me in the studio is Hafsa and Hafsa again. Your people, right?
No quarrels, we're good. It's a good day.
Yeah, so Hafsa Sharif and Hafsa Yakubu. So today, inshallah, we would be talking about a topic again related to women and fasting, which we're going to be discussing what a pregnant woman and a breastfeeding mother goes through during Ramadan and how they can come out of it and still enjoy Ramadan, not despairing. But then before we get into this topic, we will be back after the short break. So as I said before we went on the break, pregnancy and Ramadan, right? The breastfeeding mother, the pregnant woman, and Ramadan. This is something that can get quite difficult for the pregnant one and someone that's breastfeeding. What would you say about this, Hafsa?
Well, I've never been pregnant.
Okay.
I don't know what it feels like to be a breastfeeding mother.
Mm-hmm.
But, there's just one thing, I think if I can remember reading correctly. You see, pregnancy is a stage whereby a child stays in the womb of his mother for 9 months.
Right.
9 months.
Right.
There's this interesting thing I read.
Mm-hmm.
In which Arabic language, the womb is known as Rahm.
Okay.
And does it really click in your head, or does it remind you that Rahm is actually where the word mercy originated?
So that's the root word of mercy.
The root word of mercy is Rahm.
Right.
And then that same word means the womb whereby a child stays for 9 months in his mother's stomach.
And then Ramadan happens to be the
and
9th
Ramadan
month.
also happens to be the 9th month.
Right.
It's, mashallah, very, very
So it's like some of us are going to be birthed into
exactly,
this, right?
Exactly.
Into the mercy of Allah.
Into the mercy of Allah.
Beautiful.
Ramadan is just holy month filled with Allah's mercy, blessings all over. It's kind of like
It's very interesting. Hafsi, I guess you're going to tell me that you've never been pregnant too, but then I would really love to know what you think about this.
Like I said, hoping to get married with Rasulullah.
Okay.
Because since my sister here is almost engaged with Rasulullah, so.
Okay, I reserve my comment on that.
So, the pregnant woman in the month of Ramadan, in my experience, and all of us here, you know what it feels like. So basically, once you're pregnant, there are encouraging things to do, and there are do's and don'ts as well.
Right.
So first and first, I'll just like chip in, say, for the pregnant woman, take more fluids. And before Ramadan, you already know that we're anticipating Ramadan. Sure. You should put your house in order, put the necessaries in place so that you know what to stress and what not to stress about, so that you can put possible things within your reach.
Right. So I think that's a very good point. I gave birth on the 27th night of Ramadan.
That's a mother. Wow.
Last year to Ramadan. So my son is
We
Ramadan.
gave birth.
We gave birth. So my son is Ramadan. I named him Ramadan because I gave birth to him on the 27th of Ramadan. I was like, should I switch him to Laylatul Qadr?
No. I wanted Shawwal.
You want a Shawwal? She kept saying she wanted Shawwal, and I kept praying that I wanted my child to come in
You can have
Ramadan.
Shawwal, you know.
Yeah,
Just
because
The next baby, right?
Rasulullah.
The next baby could be Shawwal.
No. You put Rasulullah baby coming forth after your marriage.
I'm still not gonna hear her.
These two, I don't have their time right now. So coming from the point of experience, when I was pregnant with Ramadan, the first trimester, it wasn't that difficult. And you know me, I am stubborn and I'm very active, so I didn't actually, you know, choose that, oh, you know what, I'm gonna get some rest or things like that. I still tried to fast. So for me, the first trimester was easy to
deal with?
it was easy to deal with. And at that time I was trying to also do the voluntary fast before Ramadan. And then I knew that, okay, you know, when I'm 9 months pregnant, it's gonna be in the month of Ramadan. So I started preparing, but then it got to the second trimester, I started you know, throwing up, and there was blood and whatnot, and I started having all these things, and I had asthma and all of that. So it became a little, you know, complicated, and so I had to stop. So my preparation had to come to a halt because I had these challenges to deal with. And if I said that I'm going to continue, you know, trying to prepare, because I needed my system to understand that, you know, okay, let's say, okay, Mondays, let's say Thursdays and all of that. But because it started getting like that and it was dangerous to the baby, I stopped.
Okay.
Yeah, but then I loved to eat at that point so much. And it got to Ramadan finally, and I was supposed to be at the honeymoon phase, they say. Yeah, but then for me the blood thing didn't stop, and then I do get thirsty so much. So even when Ramadan started, I tried doing one, and then the next thing I knew, I was in the hospital.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, so because there were health challenges and
Attached to the pregnancy.
yeah, so I had to just let it go, and I felt really bad. And then Ramadan always ran out, and then I was still pregnant, and I just wanted to have that baby in Ramadan by hook or crook. So I said, okay, I'm going to fast, Daddy. So I forced myself to fast, and I was praying to Allah. I was like, I was really telling Allah that Hafsat said this baby is coming in Shawwal, but sincerely me, I want this baby to come in Ramadan because I want to name this child Ramadan.
Oh, so you reported me to Allah?
Yes, so I had to take up your issue. You understand? I had to take it up. And so on the 26th night, I got into labor, and then it went on till the 27th night before I finally delivered. And after that, for the breastfeeding part, there is an excuse for the traveler and the sick. So in that regard, I fell under the category of the sick, right? And we see that, we read that in so many places where it is said, okay, you know what, if you are pregnant and it's gonna be difficult for you, then it's okay. You don't have to fast. Yes, so I've been saying a lot, and I'm not going to say any more. When we come back from this, right, we're going to go on a short break to hear the view.
Pregnant woman during Ramadan, I would like to tell them not to fast because it's not healthy for them, because they're pregnant, maybe they can't stay longer for the fasting, so it's better not to do the fasting. They should just stay and pray. Maybe after delivering, after breastfeeding, they can do that fasting that they're holding.
And now that we have heard the view, like I said, I'm not gonna say much, but then I would really like one of the Hafsas to tell us, you know, the do's and don'ts of the pregnant woman during Ramadan, right? And then also how she could actually make up this fast. So I'm not answering this for you guys, even though you've not been pregnant.
Do you want to go first? I'm in a good mood today.
I knew you don't like me, that's it, right? But I'll take you on that, yeah, so I'm going first. There are a whole lot of do's and don'ts for pregnant women during the month of Ramadan. First and first, they should look after their health. Health is their major priority first. Their health, and that is the baby. Yeah. So they should try to take more fluids.
If they must fast.
If they must fast, actually. In a reported hadith, it was reported that for any fast you do, of which is detrimental to your health or you're ill, and then you don't break that fast, you don't have to watch for that fast.
Wow. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. That's actually pretty interesting. And it says a lot.
Right.
It goes to say, as I always say, Allah is a merciful God. Allah would never
Put you in a
inflict
situation.
or put you in a situation that he knows that you cannot carry. That was his word.
Right,
His
right.
exact word in Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah.
Right.
He said he never inflicts or borders a soul with what it cannot
Not
bear.
bear.
So if you're pregnant, Allah made you, allowed that to be pregnant. He might not have, made you pregnant, but then it was by His will that you got pregnant. Comes to a time whereby the whole pregnancy thing will not allow you to fast because pregnancy has a lot that comes with it, especially in the second to third trimester. So at that moment, He doesn't compel you to fast if you cannot. But then do not feel like, oh, because now I'm pregnant and then I'm feeling sick, I cannot fast, I'm gonna lose this Ramadan in particular, I'm not gonna gain any reward. That's not
One
true,
of the
though.
beautiful things I came across when I was pregnant is at every stage a pregnant woman she's got reward. So imagine being pregnant in Ramadan. I think that was the driving force for me to just have this hope, because for a woman to carry a baby, if you die in that state, you go to Jannah. There was like so much attached to it that I felt like, man, yeah.
So to our pregnant mothers out there, our pregnant sisters, do not despair. You would get the reward for Ramadan. You could always do zikr. You could always recite the Quran.
Even if you can't stand up, I mean, you're just resting.
You could sit. Allah says we should remember Him while we're standing, while we're sitting, and even while we're laying down.
Right.
So if you can't stand or you can't sit, you just lie down. Please remember Allah. Constantly remember Allah, and then you will get rewarded for that.
For emphasis sake, for anything you do,
Right.
in the month of Ramadan, try to take advantage of the month by earning rewards as much as possible. Do lots of charity. So as a pregnant woman, even if you're not going to fast, you could feed the needy.
In the month of Ramadan,
lots of du'as and zikr.
in the month of Ramadan, if I'm not mistaken, when you do a good deed, it is multiplied.
It is
Good
multiplied.
deeds are multiplied the same way with the bad deeds. So when you do bad deeds,
Then immediately also you're pregnant.
So I think we are running out of time. So just a very important point that I would like to make to the pregnant woman that is watching this is, if you cannot fast, then you're going through certain difficulty. Even after Ramadan, you could decide to feed the needy. You could decide to just do feeding, and you're good. You're good, inshallah, and your reward is still intact, right? And fasting is not the only way to gain taqwa.
Exactly.
So in Ramadan, you could still find other activities, as Hafsa said. So we have really a lot to share, but then we are out of time.
دموعي تبي ترحل وتتركني بلا خلان، بتتركني أعاني الجرح وعاني الصمت والخذلان، تخليني أعيش الوقت مع الحسرة مع الحرمان. يا دموعي ترى كافي، تعبت أعاني الهجران، تعبت مثل الضحكة وأعيش الوقت بالنسيان. دخيلك ما أبي غيرك، على فرقك أنا ندمان. دموعي تبي ترحل وتتركني بلا خلان بتتركني أعاني الجرح وعاني الصمت والخذلان. تخليني أعيش الوقت مع الحسرة مع الحرمان. يا دموعي ترى كافي تعبت أعاني الهجران. تراك درب معاناتي من الفرقة من الأحزان. دخيلك لا تخليني أعاني قسوة الهجران. أعاني قسوة الهجران. يا كيف أبكي وأنا ساجد وأنا طلب ربي الغفران. وكيف أبكي وأنا خاشع وأنا أقرأ آية من القرآن. أنا دموعي تبي ترحل. أنا دموعي تبي ترحل. أنا دموعي تبي ترحل وتتركني بلا خلان. وتتركني بلا خلان. وتتركني بلا خلان.
Welcome back, beloved viewers. So not to forget the breastfeeding mother. Now these children, I mean these babies, it's like when you breastfeed them, they just take away everything from your stomach. There is no food left.
And I can remember mom saying when she breastfed my brother, anytime she's done breastfeeding him, my dad actually prepares malt and milk because he drains her. It's like he takes everything out of her.
Yes. So this is something that can cause weakness. So and dehydration. So as a breastfeeding mother, you please, if you cannot do this, it's okay, right? You could just make up after you wean the child, inshallah, or you feed as the fasting is going on, and inshallah Allah has you in mind and He will never forget you, and He is merciful.
There's
So
actually ease along the way.
right, there is
Most
ease.
merciful.
Most merciful. So
And, although I've never been
that?
pregnant,
Right.
I believe pregnancy is actually a very beautiful thing.
It's a blessing.
Of course, it is a blessing that comes with a lot of difficulties, and then so Allah now tries to compensate you with a lot of rewards. So,
MashaAllah.
Alhamdulillah.
So I'm going to recite the mother of all surahs of the Holy Quran.
Right.
Listen and
Be blessed.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Ameen. MashaAllah, that was so beautiful.